Hi, it says I'm live, so I guess I'm live. Oh, let's talk a little bit about Russia and Ukraine and what's going on. Now, last time I gave you a biblical perspective of it. Today, we're going to go over what what Putin doing a war crime by bombing the people, and is he a war criminal? Number one, he is a war criminal. But you cannot say bombing the civilians is a war crime. This was discussed during World War II during strategic bombing among the Allied forces, Allied leaders. They come up with two bombing plans. Number one, you bomb military installations to keep them from being able to make the bombs to make war, or you bomb the citizen to turn the citizens against the government so that they will help oust the leader and break the government down that way. Putin has gone the direction that we did not go during World War II. He has gone to civilian bombing. Now, is that a war crime? I do not think it is. Experts say it is, so I will give way to the experts. Why is the Ukraine so crucial to Russia, and why can Russia not stop now that they've started this? To understand why, you have to understand the history of Russia. In the history of Russia, Russia has always been invaded. What they tried to do with the Iron Curtain was build a buffer so that NATO could not come directly into Russia. So they captured all these countries, built the buffer, and it lasted until the fall of the Soviet Republic. Now the Soviet Republic has come back to life, and they want to rebuild the buffer and once again protect themselves from invasions. Because you got to remember, NATO would not have been the first country to invade if they had invaded. We go back thousands of years to the Mongols when they invaded, and Russia became part of the Mongolian Empire. And there are a lot of other instances of that happening under the different czars. Now, we got a little bit of time, so let me talk about another one. Why democracy will not work in Russia. Not everybody can be democratic. I know that's going to shock a lot of people to hear me say that. But there are countries that do not want democracy. There are people that do not want to be able to vote for the leaders. They want the leaders to come down in a certain order because the leaders to them are their mother and their father. Russia, for example, has never been free. They've always had what was known as the czars. One czar would rule and he would die, and then the Tsarevich, which was the son of the czar, would take over. Now, the Tsarina, which was the czar's wife, would sometimes run the country while the Tsarevich was too young to run it, but it still went from czar to czar. And there were some female czars to go in there. For example, Catherine the Great. When Nicholas II fell out of power, He was replaced by Lenin. Lenin ran Russia as it was a socialist state. See, what Russia had was not true communism. In true communism, the government disappears and the people run everything. It goes from free enterprise to communism. Free enterprise to socialism, which is what China and Russia has, and then from socialism to communism. We did not agree with that, and that's why we became the Russian enemy. Just so you know what's going on with Russia militarily, Christian-wise, if you will look at Ezekiel 38, you will find out more about the upcoming battle of Armageddon that seems to be building up to right now, as of right now. As one of my former pastors has said, well, he says he's pastor, whether he's my pastor or not. We're not living in the last days of the earth. We're living in the last hours of it. So, y'all have a great day. A great weekend, great week, great evening. And I will be back with another one of these as time permits. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.